Hey everyone, what's up? This is Mana, and here we go with a really anticipated video, as everybody wants me to do a review on Lord of the Rings Online. And today, we're gonna see if Lord of the Rings Online gets a Mmorpg seal of approval. Let's go ahead and cue that intro and see what I think about Lord of the Rings Online. So let's talk about the beginning, the middle, and somewhat the end of this game. So let's start off with the beginning. So you log into Lord of the Rings Online, you're open up to a great opening, music is dope, and you have the hardest decision of all time to make. You have to pick your character, you have to pick your race, you have to pick your class, all that fine stuff. You have multiple races to choose from, you have multiple classes to choose from. Every freaking character, every race has their own little unique starting intro. Some are the same, but mostly it's all unique. I think it's really cool. Sometimes some MMORPG just sticks you right in there, bam, no introduction to the race or nothing like that. You know, that's one thing that Lord of the Rings Online does good. It actually sets you up to the story that's going to be happening once you get out of the intro. Once you're out of the intro, you can be invited to kins. That's when you start your official Lord of the Rings Online journey. My advice is to actually get a kin, because playing with a kin actually makes this game just 100% way better for me, in my opinion. Playing with people, questing out, doing dungeons and doing skirmishes, all that good stuff just makes it way better playing with people. Once you dive into LOTRO, that's just when the world becomes so expansive. You get to do what you want, go out and explore. Make sure you're exploring this game. That's one thing. The beginning of this is going to be just a great review of LOTRO, because my beginning experience and my just starting experience in Lord of the Rings Online was just amazing. I went out exploring, starting in Archit, going to Combi, going to Stattle, going to friggin' Bree. I started as my captain and just exploring and seeing everything and how beautiful it is also. It was just so amazing. So another great thing about this game is the community. I was met with so much amazing friggin' people. They told me to join Gladden if I wanted to go ahead and join a really great helpful server to new players. And once I did that and I asked people for help, I asked where is this, in the world chat, I had so many people responding, so many people giving me items and gear, because I was just starting out as a new baby in this game, as I would call it. And the community was so amazing that I gave back to this community also, helping with some events and giving away gold from time to time. But if you're looking for a game with just an amazing community and people that'll help you and just an all-around great way for an MMORPG, LOTRO definitely has that aspect. It definitely has that community love, all that nice community feeling that you're looking for in an old school MMORPG. Let me just give you some advice. Enjoy the journey in this game, because once you're in that end game, you're gonna wish you explored more, you're gonna wish you've done more quests back when you were starting off. And that's what I think I did. I wanted to just go through the areas and didn't have a chance to explore loads, and I went back with other characters and I'm exploring loads now. I'm like, look, this was here, this goes for this quest, and it just makes the game way better. Like I said, my starting experience in this game, fantastic, amazing, guys. You start skirmishes early on too, which are basically instance areas. It's really fun. You can do them solo, you can do them with friends. You'll have a little companion with you that you can level up also, which is really cool. So if you don't like questing, which, I mean, why would you play LOTRO? LOTRO is all about the journey, the quest. There's other options for you to level up besides going quest to quest. You can level up by doing skirmishes. Some people do it. My friends do that, and I'm like, okay, that's all up to you. But in my advice, you guys should definitely just level up by following the story, because it gets really good and you get really invested in some characters, and you just see this game is just so humongous, and it should be explored. The devs have really put in a lot of detail in this game in some certain areas. Yes, there's some areas that were really iconic, Minas Tirith, that were just made horribly, optimized horribly for the player, and therefore there was a disappointment for me in that specific area. But when you're first starting off, it's a beautiful game. It's great. And this is the main reason why I love my beginning experience. I love to hear about other players' beginning experiences in this game, because they're all different and they're just all good always. It's a great game. So now we're gonna move on to basically the middle ground. Once I started to get into Moria, Rohan, and all of that good stuff, guys. So leveling through 1 to 50-ish was great. I enjoyed the content. It was dope. You have so much questing to do. You got so much areas to visit. Like, you won't be done with this whole area until, like, even when you're level 50 and you're moving on to Moria or whatever, you're gonna still have quests back there that you haven't done. It's just, that's just how it is. Sometimes people love to use the stone, the tortoise stone, which basically the tortoise stone, what it does, it halts your leveling, so then you could experience that certain area within level range. I didn't do that. I didn't want to do that. But other people love to do that so they can experience that story range, and, you know, I don't blame them. It's really freaking cool that they do that. But that's when LIs are implemented, and oh boy, it's time to talk about LIs. So there's basically the legendary system in Lord of the Rings Online, which doesn't really give a great tutorial. It just hits you with it. Hey, this is there, bam, 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 boom. You have to learn. I learned from my friend Oz. She made a guide video on it, and I just learned from there. I learned everything that I had to do. All the stuff that she mentioned there really did not mention it really well within this game. So I asked players, I went online, went to forums and everywhere. I said, when did you guys stop playing LOTRO? And for many of them, it says when this LI thing, when I got to this LI thing, I didn't understand anything. It was too hard. I'm just like, whew. Maybe they should give a better tutorial on that. So they've been saying for a couple of years they want to change it up, they want to do some stuff different, but it just hasn't been brought here, it hasn't been changed, hasn't been talked about. It's always on one of those little producer letters and then just stole away for convenience for them, saying, oh, we're going to let them know, you know, we're going to change it, but we're actually not going to be working that much on it. But let me tell you, there was a point in time when I got to the LI system, and then here goes for like kind of end game-ish here. I'm gonna just talk about it now. The imbuement system, which really doesn't tell you at all that much either. It's actually, again, watch a video to learn more about it. It really halts a player's experience when they just see these things just tackled on them, and then there's no good tutorial to teach them how to use these specific things. I know a lot of veterans would be like, well, you learn as you go, that's how we did it. But, you know, some new players to this game would want a fresh tutorial on how to use them so they could do it the right way when they start, so they don't mess up their weapon that they have. So basically, besides the LIs, when it got introduced when I went to Moria, a blast also. Moria is one of my favorite expansions, and it was just so freaking great. Again, the dungeons are still great, the story's still great here, and it just looks freaking beautiful. Everything just looks amazing going through here. Going to Lothlorien, going to Moria, going to Rohan, going to Gondor, all of that was fun. But there was one little thing that really pushed me off for a little bit and really had me worried, and let's get into that right now, which is the steeds. Everyone has warned me about the steeds, and I remember myself getting ready to go ahead and see these steeds in their magical glory, like, oh, I can't wait to use them. I see everybody always using them, they're so much more faster than me, I can't wait to control it. Boy, did I want to bite my tongue on that one. That has to be some of the weirdest controls using that ever. It's really rubber banding. It's really, it had me to a point where, like, oh my god, I just don't even want to fight on this horse anymore. I don't want to do any of that. I would just fight on the ground. I don't give a crap anymore. But I leveled up the horse, I got used to it. Yes, there's still rubber banding. Yes, it's still kind of wonky and crazy, but as the more I used it, the more I got used to it, and just all these rubber banding that was happening, I just got used to it, I guess, man. And it sucks that I say that, because I shouldn't have to get used to all this rubber banding. The devs, LOTRO, should just fix it, you know? It's been there for such a long time, it's just not being fixed, and it kind of sucks. And sometimes there's these points that I'm going to say, like the LI system not having a good tutorial for new players that draws them away. You have the horses being really clunky. Like, there's just stuff here that the devs can really improve that they just decide not to, which kind of sucks, because, like, yo, we're putting money into this game and we would love to see these things get optimized or improved during the time, but we just don't see it, you know? But no, entering Gondor, going into Rohan was just something that was just fantastic. Seeing the mead houses, seeing the stuff that's happening that I watched, you know, in the movies. And I know people are gonna say, oh, you don't read the books, but no, I haven't read the books, but I watched all the movies. Just seeing some events that happened there and going into those big battles, it was really great. I actually enjoyed it loads. It was fantastic, it was fun, until we got to one area. It's time to talk about the end. not the end of, you know, my LOTRO career, but just the end of the video, because we're entering this specific territory here now. The end game, it's a grind. The end game, it's a grind. You have to get your imbuements right. You're gonna have to get everything right. And if you want to raid, if you want to get into the high tier raids, everything has to be spot on, because these raid groups will not take you. If you have a kin, maybe they'll take you if they like you a lot, like my kin Warriors of Midgard on Gladden. But no, if you really want to get specifically like really into the end game content here, it's going to be a really big grind. I've played many MMORPGs. I've talked to many people that stream LOTRO and many people that are in that end game area and just grinding to get their stuff done. The allies are a grind. Yes, the imbuements, all that good stuff. They told me getting the gear is not really that kind of a grind. It's just the worrying about getting your imbuements right, getting the right stuff you want for that, your weapons, all of that stuff is a heavy grind. And from talking to all of these streamers, talking to all the other players, I talked to some Russians that were raiding some really high tier in LOTRO, and it was hard because we had to use that, you know, that transferring word transferring. I don't know how to speak Russian. They don't, you know, they probably don't know how to speak English, so we did that little transfer there, and then, you know, we answered each other's questions because I really wanted to get everybody's opinion about endgame for this video also, and also for my review here too. So hearing that from a lot of people, and then getting actually into that area and starting to, you know, having to improve my weapons, stay on top of my weapons also. But the cool thing is, if you stay on top of your weapons throughout your leveling, throughout everything, you will be fine. If you guys don't pay attention to your weapons, if you're just leveling and not paying attention to, you know, oh, I gotta reforge this, redo that, then yeah, you're gonna have a problem at endgame, because you're gonna have to be struggling getting all these things done. So just do it as you level, and you will be basically fine. You'll just have to get to endgame, do your daily stuff, and then you'll be really good. I cannot wait till I specifically get there. It's great seeing all these other raiders and watching them on Twitch and seeing them get these things done. These raids look amazing. It just looks insane, and I can't wait to dive into there myself. I've been playing this game for over a year, and it's been insane. And now we're going to go ahead and talk about some of the things that I would want changed, some of the things I think are bad, all that stuff, because with a review you could talk all about the good stuff, but you're really gonna have to dive into the bad stuff too. So first thing is first, optimization in this game is not really good. There's some things that can be fixed, and they just decide not to fix it. Like I talked about the horses, like I talked about the lag in Minas Tirith, which is supposed to be a big monument, a big thing. Us going into Minas Tirith, we're supposed to enjoy that moment. We're supposed to just be ready to just absorb it, and you're flying through buildings, you're falling through the ground, you're getting so much lag, and it's like it really defeats the purpose of what Minas Tirith is there for, and it just really sucks. And I hope that the devs could just come and fix that area soon. I mean, I know they admitted that that area needs more optimization, but I don't think it's gonna get fixed, and I just feel bad for the players that are gonna go in there, and it's gonna kind of take away from that good feeling of reaching Minas Tirith. So one good thing I want to mention, their store is not really buy to play. It's more buy for convenience. So you buy your bag slots, you buy more cosmetic slots, you buy more bank slots. It's like buying for convenience. As for buy to play, I don't think it's buy to play at all. I mean, like, you know, pay to win. Sorry, pay to win. My apologies. I don't think it's pay to win at all. All I think it is pay for that convenience, for the bag slots, or just more things, so you can have more of a better time, you know, conveniently in Lord of the Rings Online. Do I think that bags shouldn't be bought? I think we should be able to make our own bags and just add them on. But hey, I wanted convenience in this game. I ended up buying the bags, and it is what it is. I think that some of these things could be fixed. I think they could probably just focus on more of the cosmetic side. And just, if you're a subscriber, you should get all these other things that are already there. But you don't. You sadly still have to buy them. Like, I was subbed and I still had to buy all these bag spaces. I think if you're subbed, you should get all the slots. You get everything. I think that should come with their sub. But alas, that is one thing that I think that they should really focus on and really change. I already spoke about the characters' models needing a little bit of updates. This game, for being this old, still looks beautiful. Still looks amazing, especially if you use reshade like myself. This game will look phenomenal in certain areas, and this game still looks great. The water looks amazing. Like for some reason, the water looks so good that it makes me want to drink water, which is really weird. I know that's weird, but you just stare at it and it's like, damn, that water must be cold as hell. You just want to get a damn drink of it. But guys, let's dive into the end of it now. The end of it. You get it? Basically, this game for me will get an 8 out of 10 if I'm ranking it. 8 out of 10. This game, I've been playing for a year. I've been going through the whole story. I've been having fun playing with my kin. This game is definitely worth the money that I put into it. Yes, definitely. The money that I put into this game, I've got my worthwhile from it. I got everything from it. And I'm really happy. Am I still going to be playing this game? Am I still going to be making purchases in the future? Heck yes, I am, because this game is really fun. So, all in all, this game does get the Mmorpg seal of approval. And if you guys are interested in playing this game, interested in a kin, go ahead, check out the Gladden server, and definitely go ahead and check out Warriors of Midgard. It's a kin that I leave with my friends, and you're more than welcome to join as we have events and other things, because when you want to play Lord of the Rings Online, you definitely want to have a kin that's active, definitely want to have a kin that's doing events, so that way you're able to experience the raiding side, the dungeon side of Lord of the Rings Online, which comes to another point which I forgot to bring up. Yes, I want to bring this up before the video ends. I'm sorry, I know I'm dragging on, but I want to make this the way I want to do it. They need to have a way better looking for group system, because there's so many times where people will tell me this looking for group system sucks, I can't find a group. Sometimes they can't, so that's why I tell you guys, join a kin, and I'm pretty sure that kin will be able to help you throughout the level dungeons that you have to do. They're looking for a group system does suck, I'm gonna admit it, it does. But when you join a kin and you join their Discord, you could definitely find groups, you could definitely find people willing and wanting to help you through these dungeons. So definitely join a kin, guys. So this has been Mmorpg and my video on my review for Lord of the Rings Online. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys definitely think about trying this game, and if you do, let people know that, yo, Mmorpg sent me to the LOTRO universe, and you know, that'll make me happy. Well, as always, guys, make sure to like the video, comment on what you thought about this review, if I should do more reviews on different games, if you guys would like to see that, and always sub to the channel, because this really does help me, helps with the algorithm, helps with everything basically. And I want to do way more content like this where I put my passion into it and where I really want to talk about my experiences with you guys. So guys, take care, have a great day, and have fun playing LOTRO.